If you are a leader in medicine and feel a little less than confident leading people right now amid so much change, you're not alone, and there's nothing wrong with you. That's what we're talking about today. Welcome to the Leadership Pulse, healthcare culture's new heartbeat. I'm your host, Becky Wolf. Last episode, we talked about the core of what it means to be a healthy leader worth following. And if you were brave, last time you actually rated yourself on the 3 areas of what it means to be a leader. And those 3 areas are IQ, PQ, and EQ. So you rated yourself from 1 to 100. And if you haven't had a chance to listen to that episode, I encourage you to go back because we'll be addressing that and talking about creating a strategy of what it means to level up as a leader today. So first thing I want to share with you, again, when increasing your confidence as a leader, it really is creating a strategy. Don't go into it blind. If you feel like you're less than confident in your ability to lead, I want you to really hone in on the area that you need to improve. So don't go into this without some thought because you won't feel like you're getting anywhere. So first step, again, create a strategy. The reason I use the core with my clients is that it is a foundational tool, so I can help them hone in on the area that they want to improve. So without a strategy, we're guessing. So again, create that strategy for what you want to improve. So out of those 3 areas, where's your focus? Is it on EQ? Do you need to understand the people around you in your world in order to improve as a leader, to manage their emotions and your emotions? Do you need to understand how to get them to the next level, lean into their world, and really help them advance to where they want to be? If that's the case, then I encourage you to look at some personality assessments because that is the easiest way to understand people around you. So ones that are really common are MBTI or Myers-Briggs. Enneagram is really common. DISC is pretty common, although that's not my favorite. I don't really prefer DISC. I use something called 5 Voices, which is transferable, translatable, and scalable because it's really easy to understand and use, and it's based off of Myers-Briggs, which is data from a long time ago. So I ended up leaning into using that. So that's an area. If EQ is your focus on what you need to grow, lean into understanding people. PQ. So if you want to grow in your own self-awareness, there are some things you can do. So you can actually survey people around you or get feedback from those around you. Another tool I use is called Support Challenge Matrix. So what we do, we try to assess how people experience us, whether that's dominating or maybe having to walk around eggshells around you, or whether that is protect, where you feel like you're really good at support, but not maybe setting the expectations that people want from you. People want to be challenged. So I use that tool quite often when I'm helping assess what it's like to be around someone. So if you don't have any tools around you, a simple thing to do is just a 2-question or 3-question survey to get some feedback from those you're leading. So questions might look like, what do people value about you as a leader? What do they value about your leadership style right now? And maybe what is one area of growth for you to lead them specifically better? So leadership is individual. So it's not something that's a blanket kind of a facet of an organization. It actually is very individual to the person that you're leading. So you really have to make it specific to that person. So that is step number 1, really create a strategy. Also, last thing here before I move on to the next one is skills intelligence. We talked about that briefly last time too, but if there's something in particular you need to level up to get better in your role, then know what that is and have conversations around it with someone who's leading you. And just understanding what you need to improve in that particular role. So again, if you've taken a new position, ask somebody who's leading you what you need to do better in those areas, and then continue to have conversations until you feel confident. All right, so on to step number 2. So again, first step, create a strategy. Number 2, find a mentor. So mentorship, I don't think we do enough of it, honestly, in healthcare and in medicine. We don't have mentorship for long periods of time. And I think that we're lacking compared to some industries in this area. So if you're working to lead others, you need someone that's helping lead you and guide you to be better. The best leaders actually focus on mentors. I'll be honest with you. They have somebody who is inspiring to them, and they'll look to them for support, encouragement, challenge, inspiration, all of those types of things. So think through, who is that person for you? How often can you spend time around them? And what does that person do that you value? So think about the characteristics of the mentor that you want, and then try to be around them. Ask them questions of how they got to where they are. I think of actually Brian Segre when I was doing the notes for this episode. He was somebody that valued his attending physician, and not only for the surgeon that he was, but also for the human being that he was. And he just valued the collaborative spirit that he had with everybody in the operating room. So I thought about him. Successful leaders know how important soft skills are, so they will lean into healthy leaders that are well-rounded and developed. So they know the importance of soft skills. So that's why mentorship is so, so important. So again, first tip for you, create a strategy, know what you're going in to improve. And second one is find a mentor, somebody that is going to actually help develop you. And third, invest in yourself. That can be investment of time, or it can be investment of money. I'm not going to beat around the bush here, because I think that I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you how important it is to invest either time or money. Things that I will challenge people with, can you afford not to invest in yourself at this point? Are you going to hate going into work every day because you know you have to lead people and that's not something you're super good at right now because you just haven't developed the skills yet? If that is the case, then this is why the strategy is important. But do you want to shorten that time frame or not? So again, invest in yourself. So invest in a coach if you need to. Invest in some type of group that you can be around, people who are in the same type of environment. There's tons of different coaching groups you can be a part of, but really just investing in yourself is a really, really important thing here. I will give this caveat. Reading books are great. Great leaders are great readers, actually. I could probably get that backwards, but leaders are readers. They love to learn and increase knowledge, and I think that's a great thing. But unless you're doing something with the knowledge, it's not as helpful. So this is where having a group of people to hold you accountable really matters. So shameless plug here. One of the things I love doing to shorten the time to get somebody to increase their self-awareness and emotional intelligence is I do a leadership intensive with them. So it allows me to dig deep into their past experiences. It allows me to dig deep into their personality and help accelerate their process of growth. Just wanted to throw that in there, but that is definitely something worth investing in is definitely a coach. So those are the tips for you based on what we talked about with the core and developing who you are as a leader. Leadership is challenging, and especially amidst so much change in healthcare. So just want to reiterate, you are not alone. If you've never learned how to lead in the past, then that is okay. That is okay. But nothing changes unless you take action. So take action in some form and create your strategy. This may seem a bit high level, but I feel like we've got to start somewhere, and just honing in on the 3 things you can do right away. Even if they're a little higher level, just go after something today. That way you're feeling more confident with becoming a leader. So thank you for listening to the Leadership Pulse. If you have questions, please leave those in the comments. And if this was helpful, please share it with someone that you know that might benefit from it. Also, if you could leave a review, that would be incredible. We would appreciate that. And until next time, my name is Becky Wolf, and I am for you.